Hello, Loyal Heights students. This is Master Nelson here. I hope you all are staying healthy and doing well in this crazy quarantine time. I wanted to send out a quick video to give everyone an update on what we're going to do in the next couple of weeks and maybe longer, depending on how long this quarantine lasts. Master Williams and myself, we really do want to try to provide some sort of training options for you while we're going through this crazy time. So I'm just going to give you a quick update about what we're planning on doing, and then over the next couple days and weeks you're going to see more videos and resources coming from us. So what I wanted to start with today was first just kind of some tips for this crazy time. If you're like me, it's been hard to train. Personally, I live in kind of a small apartment. The amenities here are great, but there's not a lot of space to train, which I'm sure some of you have, a similar problem, whether it's, you don't have a space in your home, or you don't have like a large space to do anything, or maybe there's just, not a great place or time to do it. And that's very, very common. But I just wanted to give you some of my tips that I've been kind of using to help me get through this, involving training, involving, finding the right time and place and motivation to do all of this. So first and foremost, I would recommend establish consistency. What I mean by that is, for me personally, I've had to meld work and life together, and it's become difficult to, shut off work and then go train, or vice versa, right? So first recommendation is make a time of the day to train. And it doesn't have to be long. It can be 30 minutes. It can even be 5-minute chunks throughout the day. It all depends, but the big thing is be consistent. For me, it might be a half an hour before I start work and a half an hour after. It's a good hour of training every day. For some of you, it might make more sense to, do a form that takes 5 minutes, or do 10 kicks. That takes 2 minutes. As long as you're consistent and as long as you put the right effort into it, it's going to be great. So the first thing is establish some kind of schedule, some kind of consistent training for yourself. And I'd be curious what you all come up with. Feel free to share it with us. Send us via email, hit our Facebook account. Tell us what you're doing to stay, as far as staying consistent. Space is another thing. I've constantly found myself saying, this space isn't big enough for me to train in. But I've been reading a lot of martial arts books recently. And it's funny because a lot of the old Japanese and Korean masters from the 1800s, they mentioned that, they trained in a 6 foot by 6 foot space, or a 4 foot by 4 foot space. They trained wherever they were able to, based on the space. So you might have to move some furniture, or you might just have to cut your technique short. That's totally fine. But you can find a space no matter what. I will recommend, if you're like me, if you have pets, or maybe you have like younger siblings or other people walking around, or breakables around your house, just make sure you make a space where you can kick and punch without hurting an animal or some sort of object around you. So make sure to clear out space when you're working in a small space. Okay. The other thing is, some of you, actually a lot of you have family or others who train with you. Make sure to utilize them. A lot of us, like me for instance, I have to train individually, and that's okay. Martial arts, especially like the forms and the hyungs in martial arts, are made for individual training. So if it's just you, do some forms, do some kicks, do some basics. But if you have a family member there, or more than one, engage them and try to get them to work with you. It may not always be easy. You might not always be on the same schedules, or one person might be tired, the other person's not. It might be kind of hard, but this is where the consistency comes back in. If the 2 of you, or 3 or 4 of you, establish a schedule that works, you can often find time to practice 1-steps or self-defense, or even just play a game of kick back and forth. Who knows? And again, when you're doing this, always exercise safety, exercise caution. I don't want to get an email that someone got kicked during the quarantine. That would not be good. But again, engage those family members, or even engage your parents for help. There are lots of ways your parents can help. They can hold a makeshift pad like a couch cushion or something. So yeah, I would just make sure to utilize the people around you, because it really does help. The other thing is, whether you're training alone or with someone else, now's the time to have some fun. I know in class we often try to do a pretty regimented schedule, and we'll put drills together, but I'm sure some of you have thought about different drills or different ways you'd want to do things. So now's a great time to come up with those, to figure out, hey, this would be a fun game to play that's based on martial arts, or this would be a fun drill to do that I'd like to try. And try it out, and also share it with us. Send it to us. We always love seeing new drills and seeing new ways to make our classes more interesting and fun. So please send it along to us. We'd love to see that, and it'll get you engaged in trying to think about how it's best for you as an individual to train, which is always good. And lastly, we still have the internet, which is great. Like I said earlier, we are gonna post some videos and stuff along the way. But you don't have to rely on us the whole time. Go out there, find articles, find videos, find any resources on the internet. If for whatever reason you want to train, or you feel that itch to do something, but maybe you're not awake enough, or you're kind of tired, which happens, go on the internet, look up videos, look up interesting martial arts or techniques or what have you. Right? There's a lot of information out there. And a lot of the information is great, whether it's books, videos, articles, all of it's good. So please take time. If you're not feeling like being physically active, read all you can, watch some videos. There's great stuff out there. I'll also ask if you do find anything interesting, whether it's a podcast, video, whatever, share it with us. We love seeing this stuff, and I love seeing what you guys find out there that you find interesting. Along with all of this, the drills, the videos, stuff that you find, if you share it with us, we will make sure to share it with the group as well if we feel it's useful. Which leads me into what we're going to be doing. So this week we're going to try our first attempt at sending out almost a video class. Master Williams will be doing that either tonight or tomorrow, where he'll send out, basically a class formatted video for you to follow along with at home. I think the idea right now is that we're going to put it on YouTube, and we'll link it from our Facebook. We'll send it out via email and whatnot. But in the next coming weeks, we'll send out not only videos of these workouts. We'll try to follow a Monday, Wednesday schedule, but we'll send out videos of these workouts along with any drills that you give us, or any articles that you find, or any videos that you find. We'll send them out to the entire class. So this will be a good way for you all to share and engage in what you're learning. Additionally, we'd love to see you guys post pictures of yourselves training. If you want to, post them on our Loyal Heights Facebook page. You can email them to us if you want to. It doesn't matter, but we'd love to see what you're up to during this time. This is a really kind of a difficult time for all of us, as we're trying to figure out what the new normal is. And it's going to take some time. For me, I've been working from home for about 2.5 weeks now. So it's been interesting to try to find the new normal and to try to find how I can train, right? And I'll be completely honest with you, my training has not been up to par with where I want it to be, but that just means I have to figure out new ideas, right? So I hope this video finds you well. Again, stay tuned for our updates, what we plan to do. Look out for those emails. Again, follow our Facebook page. We're going to do our best to try to give you something during this time, because we'd love to keep having everyone train and keep having everyone, stay fit, healthy, have fun. And whenever this whole thing blows over and people start coming back to class, we want to just pick up right where we left off. So yeah, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're staying healthy, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.